Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 63 of our Let's Grow annual challenge. Today we are talking about spiritual growth. All this month we're going to work on the area of spirituality, what it means to us, where we're at, where we want to be, and how we're going to get there. We're going to use the SOAP process during the month. We're going to use our 7-step growing process during the month to work on the biggest areas we want to see growth in with respect to our spiritual well-being and our spiritual health. We defined our spiritual well-being and our spiritual health yesterday. We said, okay, what does that mean and what does that look like to us? Now, today we're going to talk about our spiritual core values. What the heck? We know that our core values are the most important things, those things that we hold dear. And our action item today is going to be to share one of our top core values with respect to spiritual growth, spiritual well-being, and spiritual health. It's up to you which one you share. You don't have to share your most important one. Sometimes I say share your most important one, and you can do that if you want, but you can also share just one that's really like in the top 3 to top 5 things that you value about your spirituality, spiritual growth, and spiritual experience here on planet Earth. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples just to get you thinking and get you started. I have not done mine yet, so I can't share those because I'm going to do the action item along with you today. It's Sunday where I am, and so I think Sunday is always a good day to reflect on our spirituality and how we're showing up in the world, right? For ourselves as well as for other people, and how connected we are to something outside of ourselves, something bigger than just us. I like to think of it personally in terms of big me and little me. Little me is this physical being living here on the planet. Big me, or you, and big you, little you, etc., is my soul, my being. And there's lots of different debate and talk about what that is and what that means and how that really is. And it's up to you to decide what you believe or not. But I believe that there's a little me and a big me. And the spiritual me, my soul, is bigger and connected to everything else. All right, so enough about what I believe. What are some possible core beliefs that we could explore as part of our spiritual growth? Number one, how about integrity? Integrity to me means authenticity, honesty, aligning with who I really am and who I want to be and how I want to show up in the world. Being true to myself is being authentic. So integrity might be one of your spiritual core values. Nurturing the soul or taking care of yourself. And again, this challenge, like all my challenges, are pretty much about becoming the best possible version of ourselves, which includes, of course, taking care of ourselves on all levels: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, contribution, communication, and confidence. How do we use those things and those areas and aspects of our life to become an ever-improving version of ourselves and to experience different things that we're here to experience while we're living? So nurturing the soul, what might that look like? Being empathetic toward ourselves and others. Being kind toward ourselves and others. There's a whole lot of need for kindness in the world right now, depending on where you are and what you're experiencing and who you're interacting with. There seems to be this loss of hope, loss of connectivity to something outside of ourselves, spirituality, and loss of kindness toward other human beings. I mean, I could give some examples, but I won't because they're very personal. But sometimes people are just unkind, and it's just actually easier to be kind to other people than it is to be unkind. And then another thing you might think about with respect to nurturing your soul is forgiveness. I think I've talked about it before, but we'll talk about it more this year. Forgiveness is for you. Forgiveness is for me. When I forgive someone, I'm not forgetting what they did. I'm not saying what they did is okay or right. I'm saying I need to let it go and forgive so that I can move on with my life. So often we hang on to hurts and things people say to us, and we blow them out of proportion. We make them bigger and bigger and bigger, at least in our mind. And then it comes out in different ways in our life, which aren't very kind or aren't very empathetic and definitely aren't forgiving. So we want to keep an eye on that. And then the third one that I think of when I'm thinking about spiritual growth is gratitude. Again, gratitude comes up in a lot of different areas and aspects of our life because it's such a powerful tool that I suspect the vast majority of the planet does not practice. I've had a gratitude practice for, well over a decade now, probably going on 15, 20 years, maybe closer to 2 decades, where I spend time every day just taking a deep breath and appreciating what is, being in the present moment and appreciating how awesome my life is. Even when things are going bad, there are so many people that are doing so much worse and having so many more challenges and difficulties. Sometimes we just need to appreciate what is. And we do that by being mindful. Mindfulness is a way to be grateful, by appreciating and thanking the world for the things that are working out in our life. Because although the negative things, the things that are giving us challenges that aren't working out in our life, tend to take up the most of our mind, power, and attention, the truth is, there's almost always way more things going in our favor than are going against us. And then generosity. Are you being generous and kind and to others? Generosity doesn't have to mean giving money or resources away. It can be generosity in your kindness, and your kind words, and your praise of other people, and your compliment and appreciation of them. So today, what are we going to do? We are going to think about and brainstorm and notice as we go about our day what things are important to us and our spiritual growth, the core things that are important to us. And we want to capture those, meaning write them down. That's why we have, and I hope you have by now we're into day 63, some kind of a book or journal that you're doing your action items in and taking notes and keeping track of what's working for you. Doing it for you. This whole challenge is about you learning more about yourself and becoming a better version of yourself and growing. That's what growth is all about. All right. If I can help you in any way, just ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow. Have an awesome day.